What's up, y'all? It's the Players of the Realm, and we are back. Hope y'all didn't miss us too much. And guess who's also back? Me, Marshall, not Mathers. We're glad that everybody's here again. And let's just hop right into it. I know that everybody's anxious to get at it and everything, so let's roll right into the question of the week, right? We've gotten to understand the characters themselves a little bit. So I was thinking, let's hear about the players, right? So Yami, what is your typical go-to class for an RPG?
Okay, so hello everybody. Yami playing as Yami, and so my go-to class, which I actually just was a breaking discovery for me today. I think I would say warlocks because I do enjoy the fact that I can get my spell slots and cast my max level. Well, use my spell slots and get them back on a short rest, and then cast my max level. And I think they're very versatile, so I do like that. And I can say I enjoy them.
Hey, that always helps, right? Let's check out Levin. What is your typical go-to?
Hello, everyone. I'm Aaron, playing as Levin, and that's an interesting enough question. I'm usually one of the last ones in a group to make a character when it comes to tabletop RPGs because I'm almost always the fill-in character. I play support roles, I play attack roles. The ones that I play most often usually are in the class of crowd control or healing.
All right, yeah. So you can get a lot of different mixtures with that, between wizards, clerics, and all that. I'm guessing.
Almost always spellcasters in some capacity.
Right on. Well, weird that you're not. Well, I guess you're what, like a half caster technically with this one. So
That is correct.
yeah, nice. Let's go over to Saris next.
Meow. My class of choice. I tend to play a lot of cleric. A lot of trickery clerics. I don't. Well, I know why. I like to be sneaky. Probably has something to do with all the shoplifting I did as a child.
Oh, really?
It was.
I get that. I guess that'll have to be a question for a different day. Worst crime everybody has committed then.
No.
All right, well, trickery cleric and shoplifting, you're doing a little bit of that. Then again, you did get money put into your pocket in the last game, so I don't think that counts, technically.
I'll even the score.
Hopefully so. Mech, how about you?
How you doing? I'm Matt. I'm playing Mech, the Warforged Paladin. 9 times out of 10, I'm usually a barbarian. It's just straightforward, smashy. I feel every party should always at least have one barbarian. Someone should be the meat face of the battles. But if it's not that, it'll either be like a wizard or second best a paladin. It's like I still get to do the fighty and I still get to get a little magic.
Always a great combo, Oh, that smite is just a brutal, punch into the face whenever you get that off.
Absolutely. Especially with a crit. Oh, man. You're just waiting for those days.
Well, and you get to choose after the fact, which is just kind
It's
of
even
an
better.
unfair advantage. So,
Nah, it's perfect. The perfect advantage.
we'll see if Wizard of the Coast changes that after a while, right? Last but certainly not least, we got Fennec.
All right, so I am the other Matt, or Boston. Typically in RPGs, I like to go with the roguish type figures. I don't know what it is about just the mischief and, I don't know, rogues. Ever since playing certain, MMOs, rogue has always just been like fun class to play. They're just very versatile between range, like melee, utility. It's just kind of that all around, depending on what road you take with them. And typically, it's a smaller race that accompanies the rogues. I don't know, halflings and goblins are just fun. Mischievous. I like to play the mischievous, almost comic reliefy type. Can be serious, but also add a little bit of flair and flavor. That just kind of keeps the DMs on their toes.
Well, yeah, you've been able to lean into that with your current goblin whole situation now.
He's a little bit more tame than I've done in the past.
This is more tame?
This is tame. I actually have my in-person GM when people would say like, how would my old character from our previous campaign be like, how would you describe this character? And he go, the mobile plot twist.
Okay.
So just kind of, so the rogue type figures, but Fennec is obviously a little derailment from that. I wanted to try something new, but still kind of keep to the persona and style. So different approach.
All right. Okay.
Even Fennec has a little bit of roguey in him. He hasn't taken any levels of rogue, but he's still kind of that. He's still got that characteristic.
Yeah. No, and between his what is it called? His two parrots, right? Certainly
in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, in case you're wondering, I'm basically like a forever GM. So, Dungeon Master, GM, whatever you want to call it. I've only played in one other long-term campaign, and it ended up being a druid, which is proven to be pretty fun on that end, but that's a different story for a different day. So, last time, I'm really mad that I missed this last one, quite frankly, because you guys fought dinosaurs. And, like, come on, who doesn't love Jurassic Park and all that stuff? So let's just do a quick little recap of what happened in the last session and what's been going on here, as you guys are now in a different section of the Brelands.
Well, before we started the journey, we actually had to find travel, and that was fun to just find a random guy and give him money, and then just watch him walk away because he needed to go get lunch.
Hey man,
Fennec almost bit a guy.
Oh yeah. Damn. He didn't like
bard.
that. He didn't like the bard, yeah.
No, Fennec wants his due. He wants his royalties.
Yeah, but royalties for what? All you did was provide the source material. He's the one that put the effort into making it a song.
Fennec doesn't see it that way.
Royalties.
Fennec wants a dinosaur. He wants a pet.
Well, too bad you killed the ones that are here.
Yeah.
Maybe next time. You'll have to go out on a separate adventure for that one, I think.
We can kill a bigger dinosaur.
Oh, Fennec, in a really big twist, Fennec admitted he was wrong.
Shocker.
Yeah, that was
right?
that was a bit of a shock.
It's a learning moment, I think, right?
Let's see if he learns.
Fennec doesn't remember doing it, but...
There it is.
Oh, I'm just waiting for us to discover that Fennec has object permanence issues.
That'll do it, right?
He's got the same mental perspective as a 4-year-old.
Yeah, like if I put like a blindfold in front of my eyes, he's going to assume that he can't see me.
With both a wisdom and an intelligence of 10, I'd say 4 is accurate. 5 tops.
Fennec is a cat.
Well, a 10 is average. So
he's also young. I mean,
consider how foolish the average person is, and then go from there.
Fennec is rough. I think we established that he's like 16. He's no more than 20, so he's still young.
From a relative perspective, yeah.
Well, especially from some of these races, like those elves and such. That's and dwarves and everything. That's
Yeah.
Nothing.
He's like to elves, he's an infant.
Elves mature mentally and physically similar to most humanoids, so it's more of a societal thing that considers them to be children if they're under 100.
Well, yeah, with elves, it's mostly a perspective of time. Like, as the older you get, you see the world differently. And
Yeah, fluid memory is crystallized by the time you're an adult as an elf. It's one of the reasons why they're slow to change.
That is true.
Anywho, getting back on.
But yeah, to the dinosaurs. I think you guys beat up a bunch of them. Some herbivores, some carnivores.
Chased off one, dispatched the remainder.
Right on.
We did have a couple of follow-up questions for the bookkeeper of the farm. I think her name was Driana?
Correct.
Was she the bookkeeper? I think the daughter was the bookkeeper.
That's who I'm speaking of.
Oh, okay. No, Triana was the mother.
Driana was the female halfling bookkeeper for the Galanta farmstead. Or at least that's what I have in my notes. DM, if I need to correct that, give me a heads up.
No, it sounds good on my end.
Okay, then maybe I wrote it wrong.
Yeah, you're looking good.
Yep,
So
I
what?
wrote it wrong.
So I believe when we last left off, we were making our way back, though.
Correct. You guys were getting into the sky coach and heading off and away. That was where we left off on the last ending. So,
Yeah, I believe that's what we paid for. Yeah.
You get what you pay for, right? He finished off his,
One would
he
hope.
finished off his second lunch as any good halfling should. And then, you guys took off and went away.
Yeah, it's almost supper.
I mean, come on, man. You can't be skipping meals like this. Just wait for tea time to roll around, right?
Oh, right, tea time's before supper.
And
And then there's dinner and dessert.
I'm not as English as that, so
You've got breakfast, second breakfast, 11Z's brunch.
11 Z's.
lunch.
and then you have protein shake and second protein shake.
Oh, no, snacks are assumed in between all this.
Well, I think with all that, you guys basically covered all the bases. We are currently now in a sky coach, heading back over towards Rote, as we can pan over on our little map and everything, in the center of the Breland. Guys are hovering along in your little sky coach. Any particulars that you guys are doing while we're floating along?
Mech will be cleaning his metal. Any time where it's downtime, he'd be washing himself. Since there's
While
no
he's
dirt around.
doing that, Ceres will be surreptitiously trying to dirty his armor,
Dirty.
but in a way that he can't see.
Just getting those spots he kind of did a couple minutes ago and messing them up a little bit.
Not necessarily make him look like he just stepped out of a trash heap, but take the shine off.
Smudging.
Gotcha.
Put smudges on the armor, take the shine down a factor or two. Make him more of a matte than a shine.
Hey, there
I
we
see
go.
what you did there.
Yeah.
There you go. You got it.
I like it. All right, well, rock on. As you all are floating along on the sky coach, everything seems to be flowing well. You're taking in the scenery. There's some large trees over to your right, and then over to your left, some plains. And then somewhat abruptly, you start feeling like the sky coach start hemming and hawing as it goes along. And it starts to lose the slight altitude that it had. and you notice a big plume of black smoke billow out of one of the engines behind it. You hear Zillus yell out, "God damn this fucking thing!" And from one of the undertow areas, and then you hear this thing coming as it skims into the floor of the forest and knocks down and makes landfall. Let's have everybody make a very quick little check. You can use athletics, acrobatics, any sort of agility strength skill that you like. Let's make sure everybody's rolls are humming along. Let's see how the night might progress, right? I love to get initial impression early on. Speaking of initial impressions.
Not good.
Is it a straight strength roll or a saving throw?
You can use any skill that you like, but of a strength or dexterity skill.
Okay, gotcha.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do athletics.
We just want to check that everybody's dice are rolling well, or see how not well they're rolling tonight.
Yeah, they're rolling. But that's about it.
Yeah.
My character sheet is different than it was 10 minutes ago.
It might have gone to one of the other versions. I know that there's like the little quick sheet, and then there's also the standard sheet that it has.
I have a new tab that says actions.
You might be on Tidy Sheet.
Yes.
Whatever
That's what
I hate it.
Then
What do you mean?
pull up your character sheet. At the top, there should be a gear icon with the name sheet next to it.
Icon?
If you click on your character in the Players tab,
Mm-hmm.
it should pull up your character sheet, and at the top of that, there should be like pop out, a wrench icon, a gear icon.
Yes. Oh, I see it. The gear icon has sheet next to it.
Yes. Just click on that, and you can go to this sheet and change it from the Tidy 5e to the default 5e.
Yes.
Oh God, thank you. That makes me happy.
I'm already in love with this more.
Yeah, thank you, Aaron, for getting everybody figured out, right?
Oh God, so much better.
Well, both of those landed pretty well. Very nice.
Mhm. Oh yay! The rules work. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, a 9.
Oh no! My
Yeah,
rolls.
just a heads up. It's something I'll correct later, but I have to roll from my D&D Beyond sheet. It's not working currently. I'll address it during the break.
No worries. We'll get to that when you said the break. So, what I envision happening is you guys hit the ground and you make that little skid. Mech, being a little bit too engrossed in like cleaning his armor, falls forward, knocking into Saris and Fennec, especially as Saris is trying to subtly dull his armor and give it a little bit of a matte shine. Yami, you kind of like get a little shimmied and shook, but overall you're okay. And Levin, it was almost like nothing even happened. You
I
look up
literally
and
just
you-
grabbed the door edge and swung myself out with the extra momentum.
Yeah, and you look back in and see everybody like falling on the floor, haphazardly laying about. It's just like, oh well, what happened here?
Yeah, I barely caught my bearings, right?
No, you didn't just barely catch it. You had a little bit of like a jostle. Imagine like one of your metro or subway trains, like screech into a halt out of nowhere,
Oh, that
and
was a brief, abrupt stop.
yeah, exactly. So it's not like you fell or nothing, but you caught yourself. Good.
Alright,
Just
okay. Used to these rough rides. Not our first show.
Is everyone okay?
I
I
think
don't
I
know.
hurt my back.
I'm on something squishy. What is this? Oh God,
Oh.
Cyrus, are you okay?
Oh, I think you broke something.
Oh fuck.
Oh.
I'll reach my arm in to pull Mech up from a seated position.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. Oh, help her. I'm okay.
Ow.
Need some sort of
I'm gonna-
monetary remuneration for this injury.
Fennec, come on now. I'm gonna help Fennec up and dust him off. You gotta be tougher than that, lad.
Shut up. Is there a reason why we went from way up there to way down here in way too short of a time?
Well, any crash you walk away from is at least a landing. It's not so bad.
I'm gonna ask the coach driver. There appears to be a landing. What happened?
Oh, well, the coach had a little bit of a turbulence issue, and we went down. We'll get it fixed for you in no time. Let me go talk to Zealous real quick. And he hops up really fast from his seat, goes scurrying away.
Would you mind a second set of eyes looking at the engine?
Oh no, we got it. Don't worry about that. Thanks. Why don't you
Can I roll insight on him?
as he goes like looking around and everything?
I want to see if I can do insight on him to see if what's his gig.
Go ahead.
Yeah, Fennec was gonna see if
Mhm.
if the way he was talking was more nervous or like something went wrong that shouldn't have, or it's like something went wrong where he's panicking, not because of like engine trouble.
Right.
Levin is literally going to go look at where the smoke is coming from
Mhm.
to see if there's an active fire that needs to be addressed.
All right. Levin, you can also roll an insight if you like, or
No, I'm actually good on that.
yeah. All right, cool. So, based on everybody's roles here, Yami, he looks like really hurried and obviously concerned about the situation. Fennec, with yours, what you're going to kind of determine is that it's not necessarily like something he didn't like. It seems like he's trying to like make the situation smooth out, maybe almost like he knew this might happen at some point.
Okay.
Or in the sense, that how a car is kind of work in our real world when things break down.
Okay.
Like he might not have been up on the upkeep.
Mm-hmm.
One could infer that idea. With Levin, Levin, yes. When you go into the back where you're looking where the smoke is coming out, there isn't any like large fire coming out of there or nothing.
All right, but still like black smoke coming out of the engine.
Yeah, it's slowly kind of dying down as like the energy is dissipating and everything's turning more and more off too. So it went from being like a big black plume to now kind of like a low gray trickle coming out of the back.
Given the lowered visibility due to the smoke, would I be able to tell if this is a purely mechanical or if this is an assisted engine with like a gem or something?
You would be able to know that it's assisted with a gem of some sort based on that it's a Sky Coach, and that the model that this is most likely is a new, not like a new version, but like let's call it like we're in like 2023. Think of it like a 2012 model versus
Gotcha.
like
So
1995.
So pre-treaty engine. Got it.
Yeah. We're just starting to get those electrical parts, and so the gem will be assisting some of those components, but not all of it.
Yeah, I'm not mechanically inclined, but if that power source was removed from the engine, I might be able to get a look at it, but he's not going to let me. I'll back off for now and take a look around.
Very good. As you guys are kind of like doing that, you see him pop into like an undercarriage area, and you can actually hear like yelling going on inside of the compartment, by the way. Especially those of you guys that are inside of that were like inside of the carriage. He goes through the area, jumps down into a little hatch, and then you hear him and his sister yelling at each other back and forth. Yeah. And so with that, you're kind of you're all just hanging around outside, unless you're doing anything else. What are we all thinking so far?
Where did we land? Did we land in the middle of the woods or?
Not in the middle of the woods. You guys were following the road relatively. You're now essentially, if you look over, into the road, you're basically kind of in the middle of the road, in between the woods and a little bit of plains area.
Okay.
We can see the road, right? We know where it is.
The what? Sorry.
Can we see where the road is, or are we at least tell how far away it is?
Oh, you're on the road.
Oh, we're on
Yeah,
it.
we're
Okay.
on the road.
Gotcha.
That's what we see
guys,
around us.
Yeah, they brought you down into the road because otherwise you probably would have hit those trees over to your right and to the left side. It's open plains and everything, but who knows how smooth of a landing that would have been.
How tall is the grass? Is a good question on the plains.
It's about
regular plains. Okay.
How tall is
So
the grass?
Fennec height.
It's about waist high or fennec height.
I carefully start to scan for halflings.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna just surveillance the area and keep an eye out with my hand on my sword.
All right. Let's have you guys make some perception checks. Those of you that are surveilling. See here, and then the other guys, you guys are just kind of getting yourself situated, correct? Ooh.
I figured I'd be looking. I wanted to know what was around.
Yeah.
So for my perception, where'd it go? I'm rolling a little low today. I got an 8 for my perception. I see grass and trees.
Grass and trees.
Tell me, stand up. Don't look at Fennec's angle.
I don't see much.
Here, let me help you. And just pick him up.
If he's doing that, can I roll with advantage?
No.
You're just that height.
Oh, look. Still nothing.
I'd say it would remove the disadvantage. Now you can see above the grass.
You can see above the grass. It's still a lot of grass.
Oh, look. Things are greener on that side, too.
Yeah, you're just seeing a little bit above what they are. But I see what
you see his head just pop up.
Yeah.
So
All
what
right.
is
Y'all are noticing that there's just a breeze blowing through the grass. Those of you that are looking on the grass side, and those of you looking at the forest can notice a slight rustling of the trees as the wind blows through it. After a couple of minutes of you guys kind of walking around, surveilling the area, Aldarian pops back out and says, "All right, we'll be up and running in a little while. I'm really sorry about this, guys, but it's actually going to be a couple hours. Zillisis isn't happy about it either, but yeah,
Slowly pulls out dagger.
Look, hey! I'm sorry about this, guys. She's a work in progress. We gotta do a lot of upkeep on this babe.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No, not. Zillis knows more about this than me, as he kind of starts scratching the back of his head and getting a little more affable. How about this? I'll make us a little bit of a picnic. I still have some lunch ingredients left over.
How about you focus on getting that contraption fixed and working and get us into a proper city as soon as possible, or I shall incentivize you to work faster. And I put my hand on my dagger again.
I'm gonna put my hand on Sarah, I'm sorry,
Ceres.
Cyrus. Thank you. Cyrus's shoulder. I'm like, that's all right. Let them do what they do best. We'll just do what we do best, and I'll keep guard on them. I'll stay watch. You guys set up a camp, eat some lunch. I'll make sure this gets fast without
Pardon
antagonizing
me.
them.
Would you mind if I climbed on the top of the coach to get a higher vantage point?
Go on ahead. Yeah. Well, she's probably right. We should. I'll go help Zillus down there and everything. You guys keep watching everything just in case something happens. You guys handled dinosaurs before, right? So you'll be able to deal with anything here.
Be that as it may, thank you. And Levin's gonna climb to the top of the coach to just get a higher vantage point. Coach isn't that tall.
No, it's it's still higher up.
Yeah, but Levin's just gonna keep an eye on. In particular, he's gonna look to see if the grass starts moving differently than the wind is indicating.
Right on.
Yeah, Yami, I'm gonna just stay not in their way, but since they're working on the carriage in the front, I'm gonna be on the side, just close to them in case they need anything. Just leaning on it, chilling.
All right. And after a few hours, everything kind of you hear the engine start kicking back up, and you hear some magical energy fizzling down in the bottom of the sky coach.
Not to cut you off. Can we take a short rest then? Can I count for that if it's a few hours?
You nailed it. I was going to mention that in a moment. You beat me to the punch.
Sorry, I got it. Sorry.
No worries.
I thought I was hurt. I was like, hold on.
You guys can take a short rest, roll up as you need to. You hear the gems start going up and everything. And you see the engine start kicking on, and the engine billows out its last big puff of black smoke. And then it screams right out, baby. And you hear Zillus from the bottom go, hell yeah! We got it up and going. All right, Adrian, you get these fools back home, all right? And then you see him kick himself back up from the hatch and go, all right, y'all, hope you're ready to go. See, miss, we didn't have no trouble at all getting this puppy back and running.
Just stares at him.
You guys, come on, let's go. Let's hop back into it.
Do I have to?
Well, if you want to make this trip back to Road a little shorter, I'm not going to stop you from not getting in, but you're probably going to need an escort if you don't.
I just want to make sure it's, working. I mean, we saw what happened last time, and it didn't look like it was really, didn't go in for its, monthly check-in. Just a couple oil changes.
Apologies. We don't exactly have the greatest of luck when it comes to coaches.
I think you could have stopped it. We don't have the greatest of luck.
Oh
no, I'm going to be particular about that one.
All right, if you say so. Let's go.
Hey.
Get this death trap on the sky.
Fennec, if we start to go down, just jump off. You still have the token on you.
We're not going to be
Why
that high up.
did I do that before?
All right, so if we go down, I'll just throw you off. Does that make you feel better?
Absolutely.
All right. I'll throw your father off too.
I'm gonna put my head into my hands.
From the roof, Levin is just basically going to grab the top of the door, and he's just going to swing right in.
Yeah, I'm gonna load up.
very cool. And with that, you guys wheel up. That thing flies up into the air a little bit, and then it takes off at its relatively slow, 15, 20 miles an hour. But faster than us, I suppose.
Yeah, if it means we don't have to walk.
Over time, you guys get back into Woe. It's a couple hours, though. Dusk is starting to settle in. The sun is actually fading behind the forest over to the west and over the Dagger River.
So would you say it's about 7 o'clock almost?
Yeah. Oh yeah, we can whip the time forward and everything.
Yep.
Here.
It's almost 9 o'clock.
nice little map we got.
Big city.
A lot of lights.
Look, it's New York.
Central Park.
You guys pull in somewhere basically in this area over here on the east side of South River, or South Bank, I should say.
Mhm.
And then we kind of come like skidding in with a little bit of an extra like thud into the floor as the engines shut down.
Another happy landing.
You see Xylus pop up and she goes, "Oh, thank God we made it. I'll have to go have a drink after this."
What do you mean, thank God? I thought you said it was fixed.
Oh,
And we've made it back safely.
We're here. That's all that matters.
Fennec is side-eyeing everybody at this point, especially Sarah's comment. I told you.
Did
No one
you
listens.
die? Did you die?
You'll be all right. You'll be all right after a couple drinks.
I
heard
will say it made
beverages.
my heart skip a few beats.
It keeps you young.
Come on, you're tougher
Well,
than that.
Fennec's heart only beats once a minute.
Oh, that's
Like,
okay.
it's a-
That's this
Well-
bad.
So
You're tougher than that.
if he missed a few beats.
I heard the want of beverages. So, any particular place that you're going?
oh, me? Well, I like to go to the local places. I don't know about y'all, but I'm probably gonna head over to something like the Red Rose or the Oak Barrel myself.
Aren't all the taverns in this town the local places?
Nah. This is, you got to remember is that
There's
some of
local
those-
and then there's local.
yeah, exactly. He's got the idea. Some of those places, they got their
Tourist traps.
yeah, kind of like that. Touristy traps. In the Brelands here, we got those dragon, what do they call it? The dancing dragon, the drunken dragon. There seems to be a something dragon every place that the Bormar clan runs. It's like, they got like a whole franchise or something going on.
Levin's eyebrow is immediately going to raise on the Boromar being referenced.
So I'm gonna head to one of those. Ooh, actually, Eldrin, we going to the beer garden? How about that? Surprise! That has celebrate two lucky crash landings that you had.
Quick question: do you have
Wait.
any good places that are kind of low scale, not too monetized?
Yeah, I don't know every place in this joint. I'm kind of new myself in some ways, but I know that there's the Alec Beer Garden and a couple other little places. Like, it just depends on what your vice is, I should say.
As a point of reference, we're currently staying over at the Red Rose, right? Or were we at the Dragon?
I believe you guys were at the Dragon. I believe it was the Dancing Dragon, if I'm correct.
I'd rather we stay in a low scale place, given I'm gonna whisper this like as low as possible to the other guy. I'd say we should stay somewhere, a little low key,
Wait.
given our reputation.
Isn't our stay paid for at the Dragon Inn thing?
Yeah, we have a place.
Yeah.
We're not paying anything
I
at
guess,
the
but
so-called at the tourist
And-
trap.
And my counter question is, Fennec, do you want to deal with that bard so quickly?
Do I want to deal with him?
Or do you want to be able to drink in peace?
I want to drink in peace. And not have to worry or see or hear that lowly piece of shit ever again.
So that's two for a new place for the beverages.
yeah, I want to go something a little. I would pay for the place if anybody wants, is concerned about money. I'll pay for everybody's room who doesn't want to pay, but I don't think we should be in a spot that's on.
Besides,
I think we should
if we're
throw our
lucky,
enemy off a little bit.
Besides, if
They
we're
might know
lucky,
we're here.
we could probably hear about any additional work that we wouldn't get at a more popular place.
What enemies do we have?
Who knows?
You do realize that there were people that shot us in the street, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
the train
that's true.
and the sewers. Well, not the sewers. The other place we were at.
Old Sharn.
Yes, where they enslaved all the Warforged.
Do you
So
really
I
think?
think
Do you really think
Old
it matters
Sharn
wherever
terminus.
I think it would be a higher chance of not seeing people that want to kill us, so we can at least get some rest, rather than be in a place that's populated and they might know our route already.
We've been here a day.
we go? Hmm.
Hey, listen, these people already know where we're heading at, so I'd rather throw them off a little bit, as I said.
And isn't the bar we're at run by one of the marks? I mean, if we get attack on their property, doesn't seem like it'll be too much of a problem, unless it's them, and that doesn't seem right.
Pascalanda is usually pretty good about that, but it's not a guarantee.
Yeah, I'd rather do our thing and stick with we know best.
So, do we go for someplace different for the evening in terms of beverages and meals, or do we go to where we're camped?
I vote the former.
Happily spend Yami's coin.
I'd rather go where we're comped.
I mean, the
That's
comp sounds
2 and
smart.
1. We still have 2 more votes. Levin, Fennec, what about you?
We both agreed on new place for the beverages.
All right, so that's I voted 4 for new, 1 for not.
Besides, it's a little late to be turning in the fact that the request was already fulfilled.
As long as we don't go to where he's going.
You're pointing-
at the driver.
I'm gonna chuckle. Like,
So, take
a
the night,
direction.
and in the morning we go find Alberth.
agreed.
Some libations, back to where we live, and then start a new day.
I'm
I
gonna
wonder if
squint
they
at,
don't table.
Nothing too much. We would have to travel at night to make it back to where we were resting.
I'm gonna squint at Meckenbuck. You definitely could use a polish.
I know. Tell me about it.
Do you think this tavern has a pool table?
Why don't you ask the local?
Does this tavern have a pool table?
No, but they have a wonderful game called Cornhole. If you've ever heard of it.
Oh,
Never heard of it.
classic.
Sounds
You love it,
interesting.
Fennec.
Well, you see, they have this board, and you have to throw these bags into it. It's best just to see it when you get there. It's a little bit like pool in a way, just without all the balls and everything. Look, how about this? We'll take you to there, and y'all buy us the first round. How about that? Sounds good to me. If you think about it.
I'm gonna side eye and look at Mech.
You almost killed us twice.
You should be buying us a round.
Almost.
Walk
all
and talk.
Anyways, we're getting out of here. We're gonna lock up the ship, so y'all can either come with us or not.
Almost. He's stuck on the almost only counts in horseshoes and fireballs.
It also counts in cornhole sometimes.
Oh,
You love
all right.
that game.
Well, I can do that.
It's a fun game. You'll enjoy it.
All right. I need a drink.
Let's mosey.
Let's do it.
So we're going to a low scale bar, and it's none that was mentioned, correct? Or is it going to at least one of them?
I think we're gonna follow them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, outside seating.
Fancy.
It's got a nice garden around it and everything. The thing that you notice as you're going through the streets of Woat, especially in this kind of like nicer area, is that the boulevards are lined with like really nice plants and everything. They're very well kept. And as you pull into this like little off street, the street is, as you can see, along this little cobblestone area. You pull in, there's some nice picnic tables. There's people milling about the tables and everything. And there's a little door going inside to the bar area. Let's pull up a little person while we're at it. You guys can go ahead. And she says, how about this? Y'all one of you guys wants to go get the drinks? We'll go get the cornhole spot for us. I hear that you guys were interested in it.
You have to explain it to me.
I'd explain it to
Levin's-
Fennec in the time being.
Yeah, Levin's gonna go and make his way in, and he's gonna look around and, hold his hand up in the air, indicating like numbers like 7.
You see like a fairly hefty man come out from behind the so the inside, as you can maybe see, is over in this zone. And he says, all right, I'll get you 7 in a moment. And he starts like going back to the cast, turning like, he gets like 7 little pitchers on the little handles, and he starts going like, he just opens up the keg going boom, 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 2, 3, 4, as he's going along that. What are the rest of y'all doing as Levin's grabbing those? Anyone joining him there? Or
I'd join him. He needs an extra set of hands.
Yeah, I was gonna join him just to pay for the rooms for the night for all 4 of us.
We're paid for.
We're comped at the other location. We're just here
Oh.
for a beverage or 2.
Also, we're not staying the night here?
No, just a couple of drinks and then we're on our way.
Okay then, so perfect. Alright, I'm still gonna come just to back you up.
and as you're saying that, she says, "Yeah, y'all ain't here to spend the night. You're here just to get schooled and then head on out." I think.
I like this one.
Why is everybody so rude to us? Is it me?
Theris is quietly contemplating killing this woman.
Are you gonna put your coin where your mouth is?
Speaking of coin, I'm going to inquire as to what I have to pay for the round.
That just 7 silver will do it.
I'll pull a gold piece and I'll lay it on the counter.
Hey, all right. You need some change, or
No, the remainder's a tip.
he gives you a little like wink and a thumbs up, and it says, "Well, thanks, bud. Here you go." And he hands you the little the 7 flagons, basically.
Do you have a tray to transport this?
He like looks down at it. He handed it to you like he was just bare fisting them, like all 7 of them by the handles. He looks down, looks back up, and says, "Tray?
I'll call my friends over.
All right. Sorry about that. We don't. I personally never have dealt with those trays myself. Oh, you know what? We do have plates. I think if you want a couple of those, maybe
No,
that.
that's fine. I'm gonna get my friends to assist.
Just
All
seems like
right.
extra.
Hey, well, just make sure you come on back when you need the next round. Deal?
I throw my thumbs. I throw a thumbs up, and start passing beverages to whoever's near me.
I'll grab some and I'm like, oh, I heard you guys have cornhole here. Is that free or do you have to pay for that as well?
He yells back. He like looks over his shoulder as he's filling up another round. Just take an open table if there's one.
You got it. Thank you. I'm gonna grab the mugs that's left over that they're not carrying.
You guys
Returning
head
to
back
where
out.
we've decided to camp up for a table, I'm just gonna start setting drinks down.
All right. And you notice that over here is where they've set up. As I'm kind of trying to flash, I'll put this more distinctive, and it was not distinctive at all.
You want us to move there?
Yeah, if you guys want to move there, feel free.
You have to you have to unlock movement.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay, I
boy.
was say, where are we moving to?
There we go. What the heck? Free movement. There we go.
Alrighty.
Go on, get it, guys. Feel free to move around, do your thing, mill about.
I'm good
So
there.
you notice that the two of them are getting a couple of practice throws in and say, well, thanks a lot, y'all. Much obliged. So, who wants to try their hand first?
Fennec will raise his hand. I'll give it a shot.
All right, you'll need a partner.
He'll look at Ceres first.
She walks in and sits at the bar.
Yes. So he
She's
just
literally
kinda
carried her
looks
drink
at-
back inside.
Shh. There was somebody there. I swear.
Mm.
All right.
Yay.
Let me ask my dad's.
Oh, now you want to be on our team?
Fine, I'll play by myself.
No, you
Play
have
with
to
a
have
random.
a partner. I'll play with you. Come on.
I'll
Okay.
pick a random. So I'm gonna look around. I'm like, hey, you, to point to the nearest person. I'm like, hey, you want to play real quick?
No, fuck that guy.
I need a partner. I can't just play by myself. Can I?
No.
Or would it be?
Levin, you
So,
don't want to
Mr.
play?
No, he went to the bar with Cyrus.
No, I'm nearby.
Yeah.
Well, come on, pick your partner. We ain't got all night to dance around.
Levin, come on, stop being.
Let Mech and Fennec have the first round. If you don't get a partner by then, I'll accompany, I guess.
Exactly. You got to beat me and my brother to take the tables.
See,
All right,
see if
then.
you can go find out anything about this person we're looking for.
All right, I'll go with 11.
We'll
I'm
small
gonna stay
talk
close
here,
to
you
you.
small talk there.
I'm gonna stay close to 11 because you're not getting out of this one.
Levin will
What do
post
you mean
up
by
by the
Levin?
door and just mug in hand. He's not going to drink from it for at least until the game is close to finishing. But he's going to keep an ear open for conversation that people might be having nearby.
Okay. Give me an insight check just as we're doing that. Saris, what are you doing inside, by the way, so I can start thinking on that?
Is she the only one in the bar other than the bartender?
No, there are multiple other patrons in there. There's about maybe 6 or 7 people in there.
Are they all sitting
One
alone? Is anyone looking particularly lonely?
Give me an insight check too. Let's see how you adjust that.
All right. 24 on my end.
24 on your end. Thanks.
This is gonna go badly.
Okay. I'll pick up with Saris first. So most of the people in there are with like at least another person. You notice that there's like one group in particular that seems pretty sullen, but they're in like a type of like uniform that you're not familiar with. The bartender also seems like particularly busy running drinks, and then every so often a woman comes inside and takes a load of beers away from him, and it seems to be bringing them out to the tables from what you notice.
She's probably the server. The uniformed people. Does her uniform look like... Does it look like bus driver uniforms, or does it look like military uniforms?
They look tight, and they're mostly like made from leather, and it almost looks to you that they were meant to have some sort of like heavier attachments to them from what you would know as an urchin or as a person from the streets.
They look like guards. Okay. Are they just talking?
No. They're sitting over in the corner of the room, over in the top right corner there.
Mm-hmm.
And they seem to sometimes like say a couple words to each other, and then otherwise they're surveilling the room. They're surveilling the room. Yeah, sorry, I heard something there, and I just some backfeed or something.
So they're basically scoping the room like I am. At least that's the way it seems.
Inside of 5 only gets you so much. Sorry.
I know.
Levin, out there, you're going to notice that there's a lively, scene going on out there. It's very loud overall, is the ambiance that's created by all the people.
So a generally jovial mood on the outside.
Mm-hmm. There's only one bard going around, from table to table, which in a way you kind of think about how you would expect from being cut, having spent some time in Sharn and everything. There might have been a bigger band typically for this kind of area, or a more bigger grouping of bards for this type of setting.
All right, I'll squirrel that away in my head and I'll be patient and wait for their game to finish up.
All right. Let's hit their game. Let's see how that goes, and we'll pop back to Saris in a moment. We'll let you think about what you want to do next.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Ooh, what happened there? All right, so who are we playing again? And she claps her hand and gets ready to go. We got Metal Boy and Goblin Guy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what you got to do is you got to throw the bag into the hole, okay? And land on the wood, but if it doesn't land on it, you don't get any points.
Seems easy enough.
Yeah. Right. All right. We'll knock it out in a quicker manner. We're not going to go throw by throw. Heaven forbid we actually play to 21. That's
Right.
going to take all. That's going to take all night in itself.
So,
20 rules for cornhole.
give me an athletics or acrobatics.
Athletics or back. That normal.
not great.
Ooh.
It's a close game, but the siblings are able to beat you out just as you guys are you're neck and neck the whole way through. Well, shoot, y'all seem to be quick learners at this. Y'all ain't so bad. As she finishes the one, and Aldrian goes over and says, "I'll go pick us up the next round." And he goes walking back inside. How about you guys figure out if you guys are gonna switch up the teams or not? With that, he starts popping inside, and Saris, as you're surveilling the area, you notice Aldrian walk inside and start trying to get the attention of the barkeep.
I grab him by the collar on a surface level appearance of friendly. And I smile at him. And then, in a very menacing voice, under my breath, I say, "Who are those people in the corner in the fancy uniforms?"
He kind of gives a glance back with just his eyes and just barely tilts his head. Goes, "Oh, the Black Lanterns. They're kind of here all the time, all over the city."
City constabulary?
They're let's outside. like let's go back outside, and enjoy the rest of the party, right? You didn't get a turn yet on Cornhole as he kind of like claps on your shoulder. Yeah, come on, I'll get the next round. Barkeep, and he waves in his hand to get his attention.
You
As he,
get. She looks at him and like, you go get that cornhole ready for me. I'll be along in a bit.
right on. As he pops back outside after he gets the round of beers.
Then she looks at the bartender. What the hell is he talking about? What is this game he's talking about?
I don't know. He seems to be your friend.
Indeed. A burden I shall have to divest of quickly.
Well, you know what they say. Friend in need is a friend indeed.
Oh, I thought it was keep your friends in the grave and your enemies close.
He scratches his beard for a minute and says, I think it's something else. But what do I know?
She slaps a coin down, like, I'll start a tab. A gold
You
coin
got
down.
it. Hey, you got it. Oh, by the way, he didn't pay for those beers. He said you were getting them.
Slides 2 more gold coins over.
Thanks.
Of course. How silly. I'm sure he'll catch me up when we get back to it.
Well, it's your buddy.
Like I
Much
said,
appreciated.
keep your friends in the grave and your enemies close.
Just watch out for him. Him and his sis are quite the pair.
Okay, great. Good to know.
All right. Ivan, what were you doing in that time that you saw the game going on? They just barely lost.
In the short time that the game was going on, I was idly listening to close by conversations, and I was more having an ear towards changes in mood in the people in the area.
Okay.
If anyone started getting upset, frustrated, or agitated.
We'll roll that over to the 24. And no, not really. You hear a couple disappointed voices in a way though. In that some people you hear a couple murmurs about how man, we haven't seen so and so play here in months now, it seems. Oh, I know. They're so much better than this guy. Yeah, oh, but have you heard about at the Dancing Dragon? There's that new bard. He's absolutely terrible. Well, bless his heart. He's just trying his best. And that's kind of
Levin's gonna smirk, nod to himself, and then focus on his attention on the game to see how these two siblings are playing and seeing if they're basically just Mech and Fennec are getting played. It's obvious.
Mm-hmm.
They just barely lost.
So I was gonna say, so I'm watching the game as well. Can I also see if they're cheating or anything, or can I get a hit to their play style?
Yeah, you know what? Roll
cheating at cornhole. That's a new one.
Not? Yeah, maybe you'll find something out.
I'm sorry, you said roll what?
Roll me an insight.
Insight. All right, perfect.
I mean, Fennec did cheat at darts.
If he's looking for something, I would argue that's perception.
If he's studying their body
insight.
language, maybe he's looking for guilt or something. I don't know.
I'll take the insight. I'll take the insight.
I'll give you two different answers based on which one you roll. Let me put it like that.
So 2 rolls or choose one?
Choose one, and I'll give you whichever one you do. There might be some variation based on whichever one you choose.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna choose insight because I have a higher mod. I'm proficient. Wow, my rolls today are terrible. I rolled a 5.
Welcome to my day.
Yep.
My rolls are just
Same boat.
trash. I got nothing higher than 10.
Telling you, man, that's why I do that first roll at the beginning of the session to see how things are going.
Not
So-
good.
But yeah, that's what I rolled.
With that, you notice that they're doing something with their hands to make the bag spin a certain way. But but shoot, you can't figure anything out as you're watching it. You're trying to make the motion. And you're just like you can't figure any of it out.
Makes sense.
Whereas you notice that Fennec and Mech's bags are tumbling end over end. Theirs are spinning like little discs.
I got something. I'm gonna say that's 11. Do you think you can get a better eye on what they're doing? I can't really tell.
Having that pointed out to me, I would probably tell Yami, well, the way they're throwing it allows it to basically just land dead where they're aiming, as opposed to having it roll around.
I see exactly what you're saying. All right.
Try for a soft underhand for your first couple of throws.
Say no more.
All right. So we got who's playing up next? As you hear, Cheevers, how do you say her name again? Whoops. Solace saying it. It's so we got the next round. Who's up next?
I'm putting up a fist bump to 11. We got this.
Levin will return the fist bump, but he's going to go collect the bags for us.
Thank you.
All right, Fennec, what are you guys doing now that you're disposed from your positions on the game?
Oh, Fennec's this is boring. I'm going in to see Saris.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea. If one
We
of
got a
both of
drink.
you were left alone, maybe keep you out of trouble. What is the door?
All right.
Haha.
You notice a similar scene.
And of course, Fennec goes right behind the bar.
Yes.
He's pouring himself a drink.
He's got to help out the bartender, right?
Mind if I help?
And you notice a similar scene. There's about 7 or so people down there, and there's a couple folks sitting off in the back corner, and there's about 5 or so other people, having little conversations to themselves and everything. And Saris is sitting by the bar. What's her
Brooding.
emotion brooding? I was going to ask over the situation.
That I get from behind the bar.
Well,
Yeah,
If you
he's
can't
good.
see over it, you can't work there. Come on.
Is there behind the bar? Are there any stools or chairs that he could stand on?
There's stools on the other side
I
of
look
the
at-
bar.
I look at Fennec. It's like, if you stand back there, you have to do what I tell you to.
If I stand over there, I do too.
The
No,
bartender.
if you stand over here, you stand over here. You have the choice to do what I tell you to.
You have to do what I tell you to do.
Not seeing incentive on either side of this bar.
Oi, get the hell out from back here! What the? And he turns around. He's like, "What the little shit doing back here?"
Oh, this isn't where I tied my horse. And he'll walk off.
You're lucky your friend's a good tipper over here.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's good. She's good.
That was good.
I apologize. I just wanted to offer my assistance, on this lovely day, give you a little bit of a break.
I know you little short kind can get a little bit tipsy quicker, so just watch yourselves.
With that, Fennec's eyes will narrow.
Fennec?
Yes,
You are short.
I'm aware.
If you stand over here, I'll give you a tip on how to make money.
He goes to the other side. I'm listening.
I slowly, sort of subtly gesture with my head towards the table where the black lanterns are. Never try to do anything in front of gods.
That would make sense.
Wouldn't it just?
Hmm. I mean, why is everybody gotta point out I'm short? Is it like, do they think I don't know? Like, oh, hey, look, there's your kneecaps. That's what every tall person says.
So, I feel like you haven't picked up on this yet. The world is populated by assholes.
Oh, I'm aware. I'm eye level with most of them.
Then why are you surprised?
I don't know. I just figure with everything that goes on, there could be some change. I've done nothing. You know what? I'm too sober for this. Bartender, another.
He kind of comes back around and goes, "Oh, what did he?"
Look at him, he's on my tab.
All right, you got it, miss.
And it's as soon as the drink's put on, he'll grab it and he'll kind of do in the stool where he spins himself to look right at the person. I guess I'm just being tired of being underestimated.
That's a good thing.
Yet, an advantage.
You should
You
use
want
it.
to be underestimated at all times.
But I'm treated like a child.
No. Hold on. You are a child. Pre-child, a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
You still need guidance.
But none of you trust me.
Who says I don't trust you?
I was going to get us a free round behind the bar before you told me to get back there. You didn't let me finish.
Oh, no. I can trust you to do something chaotic. Uh-huh. Can't do that all the time.
Fine. Bring up I'm not going to say it.
It's okay. I know I'm right.
Didn't say it. If that helps you, do you sleep?
Not really.
If that's what helps you recharge at night?
I just kind of shut off, but I'm still online in a way. I can still
I
hear
wish-
and see what's going on. I just don't move.
That's creepy.
Also, you're also a minor and we're letting you drink, so enjoy.
Fair? And he lifts up the cheers.
Okay.
Clink his glass and just don't worry. I'm pretty sure that the legal age of drinking is breathing. Here.
As Saris finishes that sentence, Seed cuts to black. We're going into our first break of the evening, y'all. We'll pick up there in a moment. We'll let everybody catch their breath, and we'll hop back in 1 second. And we are back. Hope everybody is ready to rock and roll. Just want to remind everybody to go to dicelegion.com and use the promo code POTR. Hey, you'll help yourself out and you'll help out our little thing going on here. You know, we greatly would appreciate it. And hey, you'll get a certain percentage off your dice and you'll help us, you know, keep everything floating along. Help us with this Foundry thing, especially. Shoot. You know, being what Foundry is itself, right? Now, where were we? Some people were playing cornhole. Some people were having a nice time at a bar. Some people were trying to fight at a bar or fight the bartender. All that fun stuff. But let's move us along a little bit. Before we get too deep into it, though, I want to see how Levin and Yami's game goes, just for funsies, right? We got to see how that is. So,
Ready?
give me a little roll. Yeah.
What role did you need exactly again?
You can give me an athletics or
Oh,
an
yeah.
acrobatic.
Go with athletics. Please and thank you, sir. Oh my god, I rolled a 9.
That's how it usually goes.
$18 for Levin.
Ooh. Well, Levin, your back seems to be hurting. As you seem to carry the team through most of the game. Yeah, I mean, you do admirably at log. 11. Whatever tips that he seemed to have given you, you managed to even out those throws and get them working right. So good on you. You guys managed to win. Valdrian says, "Sheep. Well, next time we'll get you. But I think it's about time that we start heading back and everything. You know, we gotta go sleep up and make sure we can get the coach running again in the morning."
Backing
Great.
out, I see. Fair enough.
Well met and good luck with your equipment.
Yeah, of course. Thanks, y'all. We had a great time, and we'll see you all soon. All right.
Are you guys alright out of here as well tomorrow?
To where? Like he looks back. Wherever you gotta go, we'll be there for you, brother. We got you anytime you need us.
Alright,
And
thank
then you
you.
see Phyllis going like, she gives like a face of like, you know, just like her eyes closed and everything. She's just like, come on, and she kind of like nudges him out. And it's like,
Levin will
Alright.
gather up the bags and make his way back into the bar to return them if no one else is approaching the table.
oh, there's more people that are coming up and cycling through, so no worries. You're good to go.
Levin doesn't want to be tied up here for too long, so he's gonna grab the bags, toss them to Yami, and he's gonna head into the bar.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss the bags to the next player and follow 11.
Cool. Saris, Fennec, and Mac? Mac!
I'm here.
No, I'm teasing you.
Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just say I was teasing Mac just because he disappeared off camera. And so I was just leading you guys into whatever you wanted to do. And while, you know, so picture that you guys are talking. And then within like maybe a couple sentences or so, Levin and, you know, Yami are coming back inside. So however you guys want to approach it.
It won't let my token into the map through Foundry. It says there's a wall blocking me.
You gotta open the door.
Oh, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I think
Sorry about
Levin
that.
slammed the door in front of you. So
Nope, I got it. Thank you. Sorry about that.
Fennec is gonna start like asking the bartender questions about the person they're looking for, just like and like maybe directions towards something. Because we did have the information that she was at the temple or university, so you might just ask like where they can, like what direction that's in.
Yeah, we can give you. Yeah, he can give you directions to there. It's he's able to give you a good overview of how to get there. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
Let me put it like this: I can't personally give you the direct directions, but
like MapQuest detail.
yeah, they're well. To be quite frank, from where you are, what you get a lot of, you got to go this, you got to go down the road a ways, and then you hook a right, and then you go down this next section for a little bit, and then if you get to the next church, if you get to the university or the church, you've gone too far. You got to make sure that you turn left before that.
Gotcha.
You have
Would
to
I
walk
be able to
4
overhear
blocks
this?
down the jeweler's lane until you get to the fountain shaped like a dog pissing on a mermaid. Take a half right down the first alley, turn left at the second intersection, and so
Yeah.
on and so on.
You got it. Some nice
Huh.
southern directions in a way. No
Go to the
street
room
names,
of the three goblins.
all landmarks. Well, it's up to you guys here, unless you want to pack in, head off for the night.
I look at the other Levin, it's like, oh, the twins gone?
They've claimed that they needed to do some last-minute upkeep of their equipment and wished us well.
Excellent. I look at him, please close out that tab.
You got it, ma'am. We got you.
I'm gonna look at Mech like, hey, you wanna buy me another drink?
Levin is literally going to slide his undrunk beer in front of Yami.
Ah, Levin, my man. And I'm gonna just slam it down. I'm like, I'm good to go.
Y'all have a good night.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Levin is going to real quick, just before he leaves, call the bartender over.
What you need?
My current companion's giving you any trouble?
Shoot, no. Don't worry about that. Your friends over there took care of themselves pretty good. Don't sweat it at all.
And he's going to hook a thumb over his back and say, all right, the two that just left that from the cornhole game, are they usually like that?
Oh, what, the twins there? Nah, they're all right. They're just they're just a little bit they're travelers and such, so they got to make their way through the world just like anybody else.
Eccentricities aside, it seemed a little off-putting that they basically just rolled up, had us pay for all of their drinks, and then ran right out.
Sounds pretty smart to me, quite frank.
It figures.
Seems like something that they normally do. They are travelers and such. They get what they can.
So, we've only been here for a day so far. Is there anything that we should be attentive to? Because it seems that security is a little more than the last time I was around.
Well, I don't know when the last time you were around, but
He holds up a finger, 2 fingers. 2 years.
Well, things get kind of like leans back a little bit and puts his arms around his, across his chest and says, like, well, things move along and everything here. I like to think that, we're just a little bit more secure than the next city, especially being where we are here in Brelands. Such. I appreciate and you kind of notice he like kicks up his voice a little bit. So I always appreciate the extra attention that we can be given. And then
Without
he
following his
lowers-
gaze, he is going to clock where he's looking as he's raising his voice.
Oh, he's looking. He's just looking like ahead. He's not looking at anything as he's like raising his voice. And
Gotcha.
he lowers it back down, and like it's even maybe a little bit lower than before. He says, "Y'all, you always need to make sure that you're staying safe in these times." And make sure that you're always keeping an eye out for your friends.
Can I insight him to see if it's like anything like a threat or like more so like just a warning?
This just sounds like general caution to me.
Mm.
Well, no,
those are the
11
two.
isn't saying this. I'm just saying this as like the player.
No, that's fine. Because I'm thinking again, Yami as Yami, so I'm just like, We are being chased by people, so again, I'm just always gonna be suspicious of everything and everyone at this point. Besides, my team. Sometimes, unless they do questionable things.
Looks at Fennec.
Hey, I'll never stop you from rolling it if you ask. So if you want to go ahead and pop it, but as you're rolling, does anyone else have any other questions or anything else?
Fennec doesn't.
Time to get out of here.
Yeah, Levin will leave that hanging in the air, and he'll start making his way out after you guys are done with your question.
Yeah, I rolled the 8 anyway, so
You're going to basically infer what Aaron/Levin told you. So
yeah, Mallows is just alright. Alright, guys, I'm tired. Where are we going again? To the Dancing Dragon?
That's where we were last.
Who can turn down free stuff? She looks kind of bitter when she says it.
That depends on what it costs.
well, the twins can't.
No, they can't.
Alright. On we go. I'm gonna just head out the door and towards the Dancing Dragon. If I know where. Well, I should know where it's at with the lay of the land being there already.
Well, it's a quiet night. You got directions going back there, like on your way out and everything. And that the street lights are all kind of humming along and everything. It's actually like a pretty pleasant walk overall. You notice, especially being that you're not like going like any other districts over or anything.
Find a main avenue, head northeast.
You nailed it, basically. And so as you're doing that, you get back. The Dancing Dragon is a lively crowd at the moment. We're talking you're rolling in around maybe midnight or so. Your favorite bard is currently, strumming along a tune. And as you guys, I'm guessing, just head back upstairs and head into your sleeping quarters, or not to be too presumptuous.
Levin will be heading to a room.
All right.
I'm going straight to sleep as well.
Waiting to
Goku?
see what Fennec does. If I clock the bard and Yami goes upstairs, we're just gonna. I don't want to nudge him or tell him what to do, but I'm just gonna sit there and watch what he does.
I will look at Mac and just say, "Don't worry, I'll watch after him. Come on, Fennec, let's get a drink."
That worries me very much.
Hey, you said you trusted me.
Oh
Okay.
boy.
All right.
Come
Well,
on,
I
Matt,
give-
get some rest. You definitely
I-
need to polish off.
I give Mac like a friendly, cheerful wave. And my most innocent and trusted smile.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna lean into Mac like, come on, he's got this. He gotta learn sometimes. I'm gonna pat
All
you
we're
on the
gonna
back.
do is play some pool.
okay. Remember what I told you. You break
And I'm
something.
gonna kind of like,
You do something. No. You haven't been here most of the day. Shut up. You do something wrong, you pay for it. You Try to be shifty, you pay the consequence. You understand?
Understand.
Okay.
As we walk off, I'm like, I was just gonna clean you off. I'm gonna lick my thumb and kind of like muddily trying to like get the dirt off him as we going back to the where we're going.
To Mac?
Yeah, I'm trying to like, like I got you,
I love
getting that the dirt out,
That's disgusting.
like the one little shoulder part.
Please stop doing that. You're making it worse. You're just smearing it.
All right.
It look as it from a distance to Ceres. It looks like Yami is trying to smudge Mech more, and she nods to herself approvingly.
But yeah, we'll head off. At least I will. I don't know if Mike is coming with me.
All right, I'll do it. I'll give him his. I'll give him this chance. Let's see how this goes.
I'm excited to see how it goes.
What can go wrong?
Listen, I trust Fennec undoubtedly. He got this.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Listen,
the-
see, whatever he does, he
Him
can
a little
handle. I
less.
believe.
So
What
At
is
is
it?
least somebody's there.
So out of the team, is it just Fennec and Ceres now?
Yeah.
Down in like the common room, the tap room.
Yes, ma'am.
Sounds like it. So it's up to you two now.
And she will find a table in the corner, kick back, put her feet up on the table, and it's like, all right, Fennec, time to learn a few things about cities.
Okay.
First thing, every city has an unfortunate element. And they are the people you want to make friends with first and foremost. And unfortunately, since we've arrived, I have not been able to introduce myself. And so we shall make it our mission to find our fellow unfortunates and introduce ourselves.
I like it.
This town is far too clean, and I do not trust it in the least.
So if we're looking for unfortunates, I shouldn't wear my new suit.
No, today we want to look grubby. Well, actually, we don't want to look so poor that we attract attention. We want to look nondescript. We want to look average and uninteresting.
Okay. So we don't want to be a dapper Don. We want to be a tattered Tim.
No, we want to be boring Bob.
So if we want to be boring Bobs, you're bringing me and not the other.
You appreciate subtlety in a way that the others don't. Well, except for maybe Levin, but Levin has odd priorities.
I can appreciate that comment. People have never really been my thing. Like I said, people look down on me. They underestimate. Don't
Well,
give me the chance.
I'm going to introduce you to a group of people who believe in the merits of a person's abilities more than their appearance. If you can
And
get a
don't get me
thing
wrong.
done, if you can get a thing done, that's all that matters. Very results oriented.
And don't get me wrong, Mac and Yami are great. They truly are. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Yami. I owe him my life. Gotta loosen the reins a little bit on me.
Sometimes it's good that you have that because people assume you are leashed. She makes air quotes when she says leashed.
Yeah,
And that gives you more freedom to do things when no one's watching.
that's
You have
why
to-
I like the shadows.
Exactly. You have to turn your weaknesses into strengths.
Okay. I'm game.
All right. Well then, shall we be off then?
Michelle. He will take like 2 steps. Look at it. Like, how many? Is there anybody else in the bar?
Oh yeah, there's like, about 7 or 8 people.
All right. What do they look like? Like just general, I guess, overview of like first look. Like, what would he see?
bunch of like upper middle class folk.
Yeah, none of these people look unfortunate.
No,
Well, that guy's face does, but I don't think that counts.
no.
No.
That's an accident of birth. That's what happens when your family's too prosperous for too long.
All right, let's go. Can I take my drink with me?
I wouldn't advise it.
He's going to take his drink with him.
And she heads off and leaves the bar. The Dancing Dragon.
All right.
Question, DM. Would
Yeah.
my room would have a window, right?
Yeah.
Would the window of my room be overlooking like the entrance of the bar, like be over it, or would be on opposite of the building?
My first question would be: would Levin have requested a certain type? And then, if not, make me a luck roll. And a luck roll in this regard would be call even or odds and just roll me any dice.
If there was an open room that would have been overlooking the main entrance, basically to catch anyone on the approach, he would have prioritized that as his room.
Okay. That's fair to me, quite frankly. Yeah. So.
All right,
Yeah.
so just a straight D20 roll?
Oh no! If you prioritized it, then there is a room that you are looking out into the street. It might not be directly over the entrance, but it is over the main, avenue.
Yeah, because one of the first things Levin would have done was open up the windows and just start laying out his gear to get it ready for morning maintenance.
Okay.
I would like to clarify that as soon as Saris hits the door's threshold, she's casting Disguise Self on herself to look
Okay.
less interesting. She's going to look like a kind of average human, like mid-color skin tone, plain brown hair, brown eyes, very like just a cotton tunic and some trousers and some boots.
Not the red dress.
Oh no, she hasn't been wearing the red dress since she got back from the first time.
I'm teasing.
Because we went to kill dinosaurs. You don't kill dinosaurs in a red dress unless you have to.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you want to look fabulous doing it, quite frankly.
There is that. But no, Levin wouldn't have been looking for anyone specific. It would have just been open to get a general idea of like the number of people entering and exiting.
Sure. Yeah. One thing just to clarify. Well, so I guess two questions. Fennec, are you doing anything to disguise yourself as Saris's jump as going out? And then Levin, or how much attention are you paying out the window as like you would hear the door open, right? Potentially. Well,
Yeah.
then, like, are you intentionally looking out the window during that time? Or are you just like kind of hearing the door open and then whatever?
And outside of ascertaining personal safety, it would have been passive, be like, oh, somebody's leaving, and left it at that.
Okay.
Like, I would have clocked one or more people leaving, but I wouldn't have gone over to look.
Cool. Sounds good to me. So, Fennec, are you disguising yourself in any way, or?
Nope. He's walking out in his robes.
Perfect. I'd expect
He
nothing
will
less.
actually, at this one, he will actually have his hood off.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. All right. So, what is your two's intent then?
Sarah still wants to find like the criminal element, the poor element. Where are all the lower class, disreputable people? This town is sus as fuck, and she hates it.
Okay. About how much time are you intending to put into the search? Let me phrase that first.
Oh shit! It's 1:32 a.m.
Yep.
We got back late.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, and then the whole like you guys talking to each other part. You left the bar at around midnight, and then you
Mhm.
get back. you guys like chat a little bit before you're going off to bed and everything, and then you had your speech with Fennec, and so it's about like 1:30 now. I mean,
Fair.
yeah.
Well, at first, Saris is probably going to be less concerned because she doesn't need to sleep as much. But it will occur to her that Fennec does, and she will probably only put in about 3 hours, and then just assume Fennec can sleep in.
Sounds good for Fennec.
Okay. Let's see. So you searched one part of this you searched like one section correct?
Yes.
Just remind me of that. Okay, let's pull up the map real quick. Here we are in the city. Let's say that you guys are kind of like in this zone right here.
Okay.
All kind of on top of each other. So what direction are you going, actually, would be my best question. Since you are in a large city, you're only going to be able to search like a certain section at a time.
Actually, knowing what the city looks like,
Right.
I think she would be interested in searching outside the wall.
Okay.
Because that feels like where all the marginalized people would get pushed out to.
Mm-hmm. Right on. So from the looks of it, you'd basically be heading out into like here and over to here maybe, or up north.
Yeah, there seems to be like, I feel like the further you are from inside the wall, the worse off you are. Because that bartender back at the other bar was like, we're safe, and he sort of seemed to be making a little bit of a show for the Black Lanterns.
You know, and typically you're pretty correct about that kind of inference about like, you know, and history and everything. And so as you're doing that, we'll let you roll a perception and insight. Remember, you'll get slightly different answers depending on which one you roll.
Can I ask Fennec to help me?
Absolutely.
He can give you advantage on it though.
Okay, that's fine. And what were my choices? Perception
Insight
or insight?
or perception? The typical kind of like thing, unless you have anything else that if you have any other ideas, by all means, feel free to spitball it out and we'll try to work it in.
I'm going to go perception. I'm going to be basically looking for the people who are lurking.
Yeah.
And actually, I am going to transfer. Which money do I have? Where is my money? There it is. Yeah, I'm going to transfer like 30 gold pieces to a separate pouch and wear it very boldly on my belt. And like when I walk, would make sure it jingles a little to cause attention to it. I'm basically going to bait myself for a mugging. Because I want to find a mugger. And you said I have advantage?
Yep.
Yay! Thank you, Fennec.
Interesting tactic. I like it. Where'd you learn that?
I used to do this to other people.
The mugging or the muggy?
Sure.
Could learn a lot from you.
I feel like education has been severely limited.
Yes and no. I like to read. Like, reading's fun. I learn a lot there.
I mean, sure. but that'll only get you so far. I'm happy to fill in the gaps.
History they don't want known.
And as you're going through the area, you'll notice that that a lot of that outer section is like refugee kind of status people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of like temporary housing. People on it. And you're getting a couple eyes are definitely looking at it very temptingly, but then as soon as they do, you see like a person like kind of give them a little slap on the shoulder, and then they kind of like look back at whatever they were fidgeting with before they saw you and everything.
Right. Interesting.
Hold on. Let me
As
try
you're
something.
as you kind of like finish walking around like for about like 2 or so hours, a male kind of comes up to you and he says like, "Can I help you with something, miss?" And he's like a fairly not like well dressed, but let's call him like modestly dressed guy.
Okay.
Nothing particularly standing out. And he kind of puts his hand on his hip and says like, "You look like you're out of your place, like you're out of your place, or you're a little lost."
I am.
Or are we right where we need to?
The what? Sorry.
Or are we right where we need to?
I am a little lost. I'm from out of town. I'm looking for someone who would know more about how a city really works.
Well, how a city really works is it's a complicated question. He kind of like almost laughs it off, but I'm sure that you could find someone more helpful within the city walls who could answer that question for you. Out here, it's just people that are looking to try to get by and everything. In fact, I don't think you'll see many of these people soon.
Really?
Sounds
Well,
like these people are a little bit unfortunate in life, wouldn't you say?
they are, which is why they're going to be moving soon. We have a lot of people coming into the area, and we're trying to help them find a new home that they can rebuild on and everything.
I see. What if any of them want to stay?
Well, I'm sure some of them might. And, they're welcome too, overall. It's not like they can't stay out here or into the city too. But, most of these people are willing and ready to go, on an expedition, if you will, or a resettlement to try to expand our area of the Breland. What would be better than being able to make a new house out in some area that is now yours?
I guess she's gonna try and change tack a little. I'm just very fascinated with how well the crime in this city has been reduced. It seems like everyone's so safe now.
Well, let me assure you that, as he kind of like comes in a little bit closer, and now he's like facing in the same direction as you and very close to your right next to you. He says, let me just make some things clear, is that the city is very safe on the inside and out, thanks to the many guards watching over us. As he kind of like looks over to one direction, you notice that there's like a taller building out of all of them, and there seems to be a group of people looking down into different directions.
Mm-hmm.
Some people might not want to live in such a way, and some people might want to try to forge a new life. They're trying to get away from this current situation.
I see. What about, living conditions that aren't quite so close to these towers? I mean, what if someone wants to take up residence in an unseen part of town? Who would they have to talk to about that?
Give me a persuasion real quick.
Does having a scruffy goblin with me improve my chances at all?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so.
Your phrasing does help in a way, but that's not going to give you advantage.
No, I didn't think it would. She's like, it's just, I'm from Sean, and I'm just feeling a little bit displaced from some of the reliable institutions I used to know. There's so many helpful organizations in the lower city. Back in Sean.
Well, I hear you. There's a lot of folk here left on tough times. We wouldn't want to see anybody hurting.
I would love to help out in any way possible. In possibly, redistributing the wealth and seeing that all are looked after while they're here.
Well, you know what? And he kind of thinks about it like for a minute, and you see him like looking about. I'll tell you what. And he writes something on a piece of paper, and he says, go and seek out this man, and we'll be able to help, and he'll be able to maybe point you in some better directions with this goal.
She takes the paper and smiles gratefully. Is there anything I can offer in exchange? You've been so helpful, and I hate to see such helpfulness go unrewarded.
Well, no. Believe me, there's no need, ma'am. In fact, who knows? Maybe we'll see each other again soon enough. But
She nods.
that's not for us to say, is it?
No, I will follow your advice and speak to this gentleman. And again, thank you for your time.
All right.
And then I will look at how long has this taken, time-wise?
You're on search for about 2 hours. Wow, it's already getting to be daybreak according to the to the thing.
The sun starts. Oh wow. Okay. It's like I look at FedEx like we should probably get back. You need to sleep.
Apparently, it's summertime where the sun starts coming up at 5 a.m.
So this conversation, like the one that Saris was having with this person, took like probably like an hour.
No. The searching took a long part of it, but then the rest of you didn't take the full 4 hours of searching. 2 hours into it, you were interrupted by this situation.
Man, how long did this situation last, give or take?
10 minutes at the most.
Fennec's asleep on the ground.
She just kind of not like, of course. And I will attempt to pick up Fennec and carry him back.
So he is 35 pounds.
Okay. That's not outside of my weight limit. I'm not cute.
He's just dead weight snoring on your back, though.
Yeah, it's the anime carry. I just throw him on my back and haul him back.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Don't worry, Fennec-kun. Sarah's Tron will get you home. God, I love anime. Anyhow. Yeah, I get him home. I will get him into his room, and then I'm just going to throw him onto his bed and go back to my room. I'm not going to tuck him in or anything. I'm just going to make sure he's in his room.
Fennec, were you sleeping with any of your parents or no?
In the room?
I believe he had a separate room with Mech.
I'm just curious. Yeah, was he in a certain room or not? Yada yada.
I think he's with Mech.
Sounds good.
He was with Mech?
Yeah, I was
From the
with
previous night. We each had a single room. Fennec and Mech had a joined room.
Okay.
Decisions.
In that case, I will break into Mech's room.
Oh, it's
Sneak in.
unlocked.
Okay, even better. I'm going to try to sneak in. I'm not gonna even pull this off. Because Mech probably just stares at the door while he's in standby mode.
Pretty much. I'm clocking you as soon as you walk in.
I am. Yeah, I will just quietly walk in with him on my back, unceremoniously dump Fennec face first on the bed, and just glance at Mech, then shrug and leave.
Not even going to tuck him in? Keep him out all night?
I'm not his parent.
Fair enough.
He's lucky I brought him home.
He is a handful, thank you.
Literally.
And then she will go back to her room and trance for 4 hours.
Well, sounds like we all get a nice rest in. You hear around 9, 8 a.m., you hear some loud bells go off in the distance. Essentially waking everybody up, hopefully, or at least some of us. Maybe
Levin would have been coming back from his jog.
Would Levin have gone out jogging early enough that he sees everybody coming back in?
No. If they came back within 3-4 hours, he would have been mid-trance.
Okay. Just checking.
He would have gone out at around 5:30, 6 o'clock,
Yeah,
done a quick 1 hour jog, and then started checking and maintaining his equipment, maybe doing some light exercise in his room.
What a healthy gentleman. All right. Stellar.
If Fennec was sleeping, I will wake him up.
Flip the mattress.
Come on. That's what happens when you stay out late. Come on.
So early.
Too bad.
Some of us, organic things need sleep.
No, I need to sleep. I'm kind of organic.
Yeah, I would have been up by 7, 8.
Just let me die.
Nope. Get up. Time for breakfast.
If we got back at like 4:30, Saris would have been up at like 8:30, like awake and alert and completely rested.
Oh.
I open up the curtains so you see my glorious gleam.
Did you say, Matt, what did you say about breakfast?
We're get up so we can go and get it.
Oh. Fennec, like, when you said, like, there's breakfast, he's gonna, like, groggily, like, your breakfast. Like, trying to, like, be insulting.
Okay. Curtains get opened.
Boy, I'd be glad I'm not giving you a level of exhaustion now.
He's just tired.
No, you can. He's got to learn his lesson.
Nah, I'm teasing.
8 hours of rest can still include activities such as having breakfast.
Nah, yeah, exactly.
I'm up. Oh. What's for breakfast?
Whatever they're serving.
Well, we have
Find out.
Eggs Benedict and avocado toast if you like it.
Oh dear God, it's too pricey for me.
We also have, the hunter's palate or the gatherer's palate. Scrambled eggs with bacon and sausage, or with the gatherer's palate, basically a pile of leaves. Whichever you like.
Do
Got it.
they have gruel?
Gruel? Yeah, we have that too. You can order that as a side if you like. It's oat gruel though.
Excellent. I'll take that.
When-
And a
when-
little side serving of honey.
Would you like raisins with it?
She gives them a dead stare no.
Oh, okay, ma'am. No raisins, just honey.
What does everybody else want? Breakfast on me.
Breakfast is paid for.
Breakfast on you. I'll take some veal and eggs.
We're at a dragon place. Isn't everything paid for?
Maybe.
Levin is literally just watching this and eating an apple.
Maybe.
I feel like someone picked up another lesson yesterday. But how to take credit for others' payments.
I'm not taking credit for nothing. I just forgot.
Okay.
So what's on the agenda today? Find this person?
Well, we do have to talk to Alberith and tell them about what happened with the farm. And if we wanted to follow up any further, we would have to inform Driana.
You're correct.
Sounds like we have a list of errands to run.
Well, that's one of the things about being in a city. It's, you have to keep finding work.
Indeed.
Said, I'll be just outside if the rest of you are making yourselves ready for the day. And Levin will take a step outside and start rolling up a couple of cigarettes.
Road doobies.
Just the usual 4. Tobacco, though.
I'm just go finish his breakfast, maybe a little bit more alert and, responsive. Those things are gonna kill you before anything out there does.
To be honest, with the life that I live, I'm not expecting these to kill me first.
That's the spirit.
That said, when all of you are ready, I'll be just outside.
Well, you heard the man. Let's go. You guys all got me up. Let's move.
All right. I'm ready to roll. Been up for a while now.
Is anyone in the tap room eating like a scone?
What a random question.
I was just about to say, I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing, but yeah, okay. Where is this
Yeah.
going? I'd like to see.
TM?
Yeah, that was apparently me rolling it. I don't know why it said that Mech rolled it.
Mm-hmm.
Someone.
You might have had the token selected.
Oh, correct. You're right. My fault. So yeah, there is someone eating a scone.
I'm going to steal their scone from their plate while no one's looking.
Give me a stealth check.
Stealth or sleight of hand?
Yeah, I guess it would be sleight of hand, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a cosmetic question. It's the same modifier for either one, but
At this point, with what I'm imagining your stat block is, yeah.
okay. I will roll sleight of hand. And I will make a little prayer to my goddess to guide me
Mm-hmm.
on this endeavor. 'Cause I want the scone. Ooh.
We're comped.
Why? Oh, whatever. I can't be bothered.
Just left click off of any token in the open space. It'll deselect.
I know. No, I have been. It's just weird.
Huh.
Whatever. Either way, it's not adding as modifiers or anything. Semantics for everybody, I guess. But you manage to take it away, and as you do so, and like you take like a little nibble as you walk out the door, the woman that you took it away from, oh, my scone! It seems to be missing. Where did it go?
I walk a little faster. And join my friends outside, nibbling on my scone.
All right. And where are we going? Dun, dun, dun.
Should we let them know that the dinosaurs are taken care of first?
I
That would
believe you
be
need to get
finding
paid.
Alberith.
I mean,
Would be nice, and to see if they had any follow-up work.
yeah. Wouldn't it be nice to get paid for actually doing your job?
It would.
It would.
Very much would.
All right, and not after too much time, you're able to come back to them. My friends, how are we today? Did we manage to take care of the dino problem?
Pesky little things.
I know the pesky things. They come, they go. They seem to be almost stuck on our side of the continent, unfortunately, and running amok. Anyways, I did get a letter back that everything was taken care of. I appreciate you all, and they hand you a bag of money, quite frankly. So, please, if you can, anytime I'll be in touch with you if I can.
All right. That said, do you have any follow-up work?
No. But I do know that the merchants have been troubled by bandits over by the road towards Rome that goes there, and over to the northwestern side of the country. That I think that the merchants and all them would be very appreciative if something were done with them, though. And I hear there's a refugee mission being done soon, but I don't think now is the time that I've heard. I don't know, though, personally. I heard they were leaving soon, and that all those people outside the wall would be, or most of them would be leaving soon.
Similar
Right.
things.
About that, who is leading the initiative for relocating such people?
Oh, well, I hear Ramos Udurin is. He's a wonderful man from what I've heard, personally. But, I do not know him, so... But he's done this many, many times, taking folk to and from their new homes, and I wish them the best.
Any idea where one would find Ramos?
I'm not sure. I think around the edge of the city somewhere, but I'm sorry. I do not know. I don't keep a personal circle with everybody in the city.
No, that's quite enough. I appreciate your help.
I'm sure he's a well-known figure, as even someone at my middling station knows of him. And you'll be able to ask the right people for him.
We'll ask around.
Yes. Again, thank you so much for helping those my friends out there. We are so appreciative of it.
Well, take care. And Levin will walk up. Who did Albereth hand the bag to?
Well, if you were talking to them, then it would have been just held out, and I'm guessing if it would have been to you.
All right, I'll receive the bag and I'll start.
Okay.
I'll walk away. I'm not going to count it in front of them. That's just rude.
No. Okay. You'll notice there's 400 in there.
All right, he'll start portioning it out. So math-wise, I believe that's 80 to each.
I think you're right.
Got it. Right.
Do appreciate the easy math.
Mm-hmm. Inventory.
What do we feel it up to today? Refugees or robbers?
I think that's going to be both at this point.
Well, we'll let you guys think it over the next week, and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Yay!
Questions
Perfect
for
time.
another time.
A whole session with no combat from me? What is going on in the world?
I found my criminals. Very excited.
You do have a name on the note, by the way. We'll give it to you. Either we can either give it to you at the start of next session or over private. Either way, we hope you guys enjoyed watching us shenanigans around. I hope you enjoyed the cornhole and everything else. Rocco, say bye to everybody.
Everybody.
We'll see you all. Have a good weekend. We'll see you all next time.
Bye, everyone.
Right, it is.